So there we have it then. Nicholas Latifi is officially leaving Williams at the end of this season. Really, really expected news. Certainly not a surprise to anyone who's been paying attention to the world of F1. I think it's been clear for a while now that this was going to be his farewell tour in the 22 season. And of course, the question will quickly move to who replaces him, and I would expect confirmation of that to come out pretty quickly. Obviously, we've talked about already on the channel the fact that Nyck De Vries is probably a really good option for that seat. We've heard murmurs of Daniel Ricciardo potentially taking that seat, among others. So definitely one to look out for. Really interested to see who ends up there, because if it isn't Nyck De Vries, then we could expect, like the rumours have been suggesting, that he could even be announced for AlphaTauri. So going to be really interesting now to see what happens over the next few days. But, of course, the key news, Nicholas Latifi will be leaving Williams at the end of this season. So that seat does officially open up now, and we'll go through the quotes that have come out from Williams and Latifi himself. So from Latifi, he said, "I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone at Williams Racing, all the people back at the factory and those I work with trackside. For the last 3 years, my initial F1 debut was postponed due to the pandemic, but we eventually got going in Austria, and although we have not achieved the results together we hoped we would, it's still been a fantastic journey. Getting those first points in Hungary last year was a moment I'll never forget, and I will move on to the next chapter of my career with special memories of my time with this dedicated team. I know none of us will stop putting in every effort until the end of the season." So, expected comments from Latifi there. Nothing groundbreaking, as you would expect. Thanking the team, and I'm sure he'll go on to do good things in his career. I'm sure he'll move on to other forms or disciplines of motorsport, and I hope for him that he does well. But I think everyone would agree that his time had run out in F1, that he didn't really live up to the standard of Formula One. And it's right now that someone else, hopefully a better, maybe with more, either someone with more potential. Obviously, we've seen drivers like Logan Sargeant touted again as another potential candidate to come into the Williams drive, so they could go for an F2 potential driver. They could go for Nyck De Vries, who's someone that we'd argue should be in an F1 drive at the moment, or they could go with a big name, someone like a Daniel Ricciardo, and go, we want to again, build up the brand of Williams F1, and they think Daniel Ricciardo will be someone to help them do that. I think that would be the main reason to get Daniel Ricciardo. I don't think it will be because he's the best driver available anymore, but certainly he's a big name in the sport. So moving on to the CEO and team principal then of Williams, Jost Capito. He's come out and said, "On behalf of the whole team, I would like to say an enormous thank you to Nicholas for his 3 years of hard work with Williams. He is a great team player who has a great attitude towards his colleagues and work, and is well liked and respected throughout the business. Our time together is now coming to an end, but I know he will put full effort in to maximise what we can do together for the remainder of this season. We wish him all the very best of luck for his future, both in and out of the cockpit." So, expected comments there from Jost Capito. Nothing groundbreaking, really. I think it's, as I say, it's all been very expected. If he had remained in a seat for next season, I'd have been really surprised. I don't think any other teams are looking at him. And if you've got a driver in your team who you know that no one else on the grid really is going to want to take off your hands, you have to kind of suspect that you've had enough. You've gone down the wrong route. It's time to make a change. And now is the time. I think he's been good for the sport. He's been a good character. He's done what he needed to do. But I think everyone would agree that he isn't up to it. So good luck to Nicholas Latifi. Whatever he does in his future, I hope he has success. But this is the right decision. He's right to leave. I'd be really surprised if anyone thinks that Latifi should be kept on in the sport. If other teams should be looking at him. So if you are one of those people that think Latifi is good enough to remain in F1 and should be kept, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know where he should go. But for me, this is the right decision. He moves on, and I think someone with a higher talent, especially with Williams, a team that really wants to get back to where they belong. I think it's really sad constantly seeing Williams fighting, if not at the back, then near the back. And obviously, we've had good moments. Obviously, that finish for Nyck De Vries in Monza was amazing. Albon has done amazing this season. And so I really hope that Albon gets a partner in crime from next year that can help him and prop him up. When Albon's not on it, they need to be able to score points. They need to be able to do what Nyck De Vries did for Williams in Monza. And that was only in one race, that one opportunity. So they need someone that can do that through the course of a season and work together with Albon to help drive that team forward. And I hope for their sake that they can do that. But certainly this is a good move. This is a good move, I think, for Latifi, because he could go on. We look at drivers like Stoffel Van Dorn, who failed in Formula 1 in the past, now in Formula E, winning titles and having a good career, building up their name again. And I think Latifi could benefit from doing that as well. Go away from Formula 1 where you're constantly at the back. You're not known for anything good. Your brand becomes negative when you spend too long fighting at the back of the grid or not achieving anything in motorsport. Obviously, being in F1 is a huge achievement, and that's of course a massive thing. But for him to be constantly at the back of the grid, I think it would do well for him, for his ego, for his attitude, for his career, to go to another discipline and give himself an opportunity of winning, fight at the front, get that good feeling back, get that feeling of competitiveness, fighting for race wins, go somewhere, get it, because that's what all of these people, they're born winners. You don't get to this stage, you don't get to Formula 1 without a competitive streak that makes you one of the best drivers in the world. So he will be wanting to go somewhere that gives him the opportunity to fight for race wins again, whatever motorsport discipline that ends up being in. And I hope that he can find that the same way that people like, De Vries and Van Dorn, Montoya, obviously going to NASCAR, have done before him. So good luck to him. But of course, for me, go and get De Vries, go and confirm him that he's going to be in that car next season. Put that partnership together and keep De Vries in the Mercedes family. From Mercedes' perspective, keep him in the family, put him in the Williams. The seat's now available. Just go and get that done. You may not agree. You may want to go for Daniel Ricciardo. You might want to go for Logan Sargeant. You might want to see him as an F2 driver coming up and make that step. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Who should be taking this partnership opportunity with Alex Albon for the 23 season and maybe beyond? Who should be getting that opportunity? Make sure to let me know in the comments below. But today, the breaking news, Nicholas Latifi will officially now not be driving in Formula 1 as things stand, or for Williams in the 2023 Formula 1 World Championship. So let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. If you are new around here, please make sure to subscribe to the channel on the bottom right hand side, and make sure to hit your notifications, because when we do get the breaking news of who's going to come into the team, of who's going to be driving for Williams and any other driver movements, we will be going quickly up with new content. So make sure you have that bell icon hit to be notified whenever those videos come up. Otherwise, I'm just going to thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Goodbye.